Hello everybody, it's Narrative Tarot. I'm here with your Mercury retrograde tarot reading. Comment, like, subscribe to the channel for goodness. For goodness. And yeah, that's how it goes. So if you haven't seen the full moon in Leo video, go ahead and watch it. It actually goes up for energies up to like a year to pick a card, 2 piles. This is just going to be a general overall reading for Mercury retrograde. I didn't feel like doing anything else. Yeah. So I don't even know how to pronounce this, like, this tarot, like, deck. Paralysis? I don't know. I feel like I should know, but I don't. But anyway. Let's see, for Mercury retrograde. So stay tuned. I have many more readings coming up. You can check out all the planet readings that are available. So if you feel like you have a particular planet in your natal chart that has a lot of interesting insights for you, then it'll be helpful to look at that. And it's every month. So every planet gets a reading every month. And then there's some other readings that I do. So in my mind, I heard, do you want to go there? And somebody like taking off their jacket, like, do you want to go there? Do you really want to go there? So let's see. So it's like a high vibe and lower vibe. It's kind of following the format for my other readings. Yeah. So each pair can fit into a larger whole or not, but this is what it is. So 5 of Cups and 6 of Cups. There's something about maintaining size, shape, container, things like that. Like, you know, when they talk about liquids maintaining the shape of the container, that's how I feel with this. So I feel like there's some push to maintain the container shape without the container. And I don't know, there's some process, like generally when that happens, it's like freezing for water and stuff like that. There's some process it has to be made. It's like you want the rigidity of you want the structure, but you don't want the structure. You want you want all the strength of what a structure can bring, but you don't want the overarching structure around you to be constantly fencing you in. You want to be able to do it for yourself. So Mercury retrograde may highlight a little bit of a desire to shake off opinions of other people, shake off doctrines of other people, things like that, because it feels like you want to be able to see the world through your own lens, but I think you want to be able to build your own world within the world, like using the materials of the world, the concept of the world, like money and things like that, the materiality, but to build it and configure it in your own way. And so that takes a little bit of a process, and that takes a little bit of moving away from the 6 of Cups kind of energy and moving into the 5 of Cups. It's not easy to do that, right? It's not easy to move beyond the structure of which you know with the Fool. It's not easy to do that, but it's desired on someone's part. 7 of Coins. So it is putting a lot of energy into figuring out what structures bolster you, how do they set up your life, looking at the ways in which your life is set up. So it could be in a digital sense, like this could be like a business person, what kind of structures hold your business up, right? What kind of structures hold your business up? What kind of structures are responsible for the domain, for the payment processing, for the security, for all of that stuff? Like, what are the structures that hold up the life? And that way you kind of know what you can start to do yourself and what you have to outsource into the world and society, because you can't do it. Because you live in a world where people do so many different things. We don't do everything, right? So you're figuring out what you can do and what you can outsource, and how this balance and how this relationship or these relationships with others build your worlds in a world, and how outside influences can feed into your own overarching vision. So next we have the King of Coins and the Page of Swords. So some of you guys could be having a child. So this is the Ace of Cups. It could be a really loving relationship with the child. I feel like for people who are having a child during this period, you're going to have a really good connection with them. High Priestess. You could also be getting pregnant at this time, but it seems like there's some sort of spiritual intuition about this whole process with Page of Swords, or your child could be saying something very profound for such a young age. I think that you could be having a hard time with the King of Coins. Even though you're the King of Coins and you're supposed to be taking care of everything, you might need that wisdom and insight from somebody younger than yourself to kind of get going and start again. With the Three of Wands, it gets you thinking. I think the way that the Page of Swords processes things really helps you to grow. They're very fertile when it comes to ideas, when it comes to concepts and things like that. And it's probably because they are looking at the world very fresh eye. They're not hampered by the world and what they do. They kind of just go between their ideas. They go between what they believe, and they blurt it out. They don't wait. So yeah, they don't wait for anything. They just kind of go off of it, and you need that sort of energy. So Mercury retrograde for you could be a period where you realize a lot of things. You get information from a lot of people who are younger than you, or maybe novices, or just see the world in a very different way, and they're able to give you some of that advice, and you are able to use that advice to your advantage. So I think this is a parent who, it's not the child paying a bill if you're behind or anything like that, but they may be giving you a perspective to shift your focus and your thought into a more aligned place, so that the things that you want to come to you are going to be able to come to you, or you're just going to get new business ideas from people who are different, who are just very much explorers in their own right, and they've explored things outside of what you've explored, and their advice or their comments about what they've seen and what they experience will really be beneficial to you and help you. Next we have the Knight of Cups and the Hierophant. So for this one, definitely look after your muscular skeletal system, just because I feel like, you know, there could be a little bit of breakdown, because the Knight of Cups is basically all skeleton. Understand your skeletal system, understand your oh God, what system is it? Veins, arteries, things like that. Understand that. Understand the nourishment for your body. Understand what goes into that. With the Ace of Wands, be aware of broken hips, bones, just anything like that. Anything in your body that's broken anything that's clogged. Just make sure that Mercury, you know, even though Mercury is kind of communication with people and technology, you know, you can extend it to the way your body communicates. So just listen to your body, listen to the whole system of your body, try out different things if you're trying to solve something, if you're trying to figure out the root cause. You know, if you are allergic to something all of a sudden and you don't know what it is, try an elimination diet to figure that out. Try to limit where you go for a few days. Like if you try, you know, a few new fast food restaurants, try and cleanse your body out and see if that works for you, because that might be helpful to you with regards to your body. This Mercury retrograde may see you appreciating your body more, appreciating I was going to see the electrical current within your body a little bit more, a little bit better, like your spine. You may have to go and get some adjustments done to your spine, like chiropractors and stuff like that. Some of you, unfortunately, may be paralyzed, like currently when you're watching this. And if you are not, I'm going to say, this is not to freak anybody out, but just to wear seat belts and be protected when you do that, because that could be an injury, or you could sustain an injury to your neck or something like that, and be in a lot of pain. So the Four of Cups, make sure that you're not drinking and driving. Make sure you're reevaluating your health. Make sure that you're not with people whose health is compromised in that way, and that they're depressed or that they're driving and things like that. We did have the Chariot on the bottom. Just take care with that. Make sure that you follow the rules, the laws, regulations with regards to driving and with regards to vehicles and things like that. Check your vehicle, make sure it's running well, make sure you're running well. Yeah, that's all I have to say with that. And then lastly, we have the Eight of Swords with the King of Wands. I'm going to double check for a sec what the time is looking like. It's only about going to be about 15-minute video. So Eight of Swords, like I said, and the King of Wands. So for me, the King of Wands could be receiving a lot of backlash, a lot of harsh words. This could be in regards to something that they love, someone that they love. I think for this one is feeling an attraction to something or someone that is very, I don't want to say dark, a Queen of Coins type that's a little more earthy, a little bit more grounded. You guys could be having a child together, but they could just be your opposite, or some way, shape, or form different than you. And the opinions of other people of what they're saying is going to happen isn't your perception right now. Now, they could be right based on this, but they could be wrong. It's up to you to go through with it and see it. I think you have an inkling that they're wrong and that this person is really good, and that, you know, there's nothing wrong with this person. They just could be overactive and over imaginative with it. So you are going to have strength. I do see possibly, if you've gotten to that point of knowing someone, that you may elope, you may run off together and get married to have a family, and this causes a lot of distress within the family because you've made this decision without anybody telling you. You've ignored other people. I would say just make sure that you're making a decision out of genuine care, that you know the person truly with that High Priestess, that you know the person and you're not just going because of like lust or something like that, or some sort of emotion. Also, Mercury retrograde, make sure that you're cleaning your energetic body. With the Eight of Swords, I do see that as maybe psychic attacks on you, with the King of Wands being a very attractive figure to throw attacks at. So do spiritual cleansings. February is a month of Valentine's Day, so make sure that if you feel anyone's impressions on you about romance or love or anything like that, definitely cleanse that off your body so that you're not going into the future with that. If you feel drawn to certain people that you felt were not attractive or something like that, definitely I would say if you want to consult a tarot reader, do that. But if you are not interested in them, to let them know and let that clearly be known, because there could be some like magic going on with regards to that, because Valentine's Day is a very popular day for other people. Last card, ooh. Three of Swords. So people may be getting their heart broken on during Mercury retrograde. Like I said, it's Valentine's Day. It's a day, weeks, months of love, celebration, things like that. But I would say if you're not fully invested, if you're not fully interested with the Fool, if you're not willing to go out on a limb with somebody, then let them know that and don't hang on and don't lead them on, because that could lead to really, really bad consequences later because of that. I don't want all those. Any last card. Yeah. So it's going to work out in the end if you just are honest about everything and how you're feeling and why you're feeling it and going with what you believe. And yeah, you'll be able to deal with any changes that come your way because you were honest about it, you know? Honestly move on from everything that you don't want. And don't be afraid to let other people know that you're not interested. So that is what I have for you for Mercury retrograde. I hope that you enjoyed this reading. Like I said, comment, like, subscribe. Liking and commenting does help populate the video, makes it more accessible to other people because it's content that others want to watch, and YouTube notes that for themselves. So stay tuned to all the other videos I have. I do book reviews, redemption readings. I'll start womb readings next. The planet videos for February 2021 are up, and there's some other readings and talks in there that may pique your interest. So thank you for watching so much. I appreciate all the support, and I'll talk to you guys later.